What is up, guys, and welcome back to the One Night in Bangkok podcast. Ern is officially back from Japan, and tonight we are talking about whether or not Bangkok is the most unaffordable city in the entire world. There's a new article out that's been circling social media, and I wanted to talk about it. I have some thoughts about it. If you guys are new here, we are bringing you all of the best stories and people and places from right here in Bangkok. Hit the subscribe button. Check us out on Apple and Spotify podcasts. And if you don't know, we have a private One Night in Bangkok community group down below. Check that out. We're going to be planning some events and doing some stuff over the next few months. And we don't want you to miss anything. So go join that free group down below. And lastly, we have a new Instagram account called NIGHTLIFE Thailand that we're also going to be using to plan some events and things in the next few months. So go follow that Instagram account down below, and we'll see you over there. We'll see you when you're here in Bangkok. All right, so Ern, back from Japan.
Back from Japan.
Funny that we're doing this topic about how Bangkok is expensive because Japan is expensive, right?
Oh, yeah, but I don't know. It's pretty worth it to go there. Even I pay a bit more than in Thailand, but
a bit more because I went to Japan once and I remember the hotel room was so small and it was quite expensive. Did you have a room like that?
Well, not the small one, the big one, but because my friend, he used to work for trip.com, so he knew how to get a very good price for everything. Not just for the hotel, also for like the theme park, the Universal Studio Japan, and so many places.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have some good friends. So I don't pay that much, but it's still a lot. But it's worth it.
So Ern is back, and I saw this article pop up that I'm going to show you in a second about Bangkok being very unaffordable, and we're going to get into exactly what that means. But I wanted to start by showing you guys a video from our good friend Matt that was on the show a few weeks ago. I'm going to play this from his Instagram, and then Ern, I want you to tell me what you think.
Living in Bangkok has gotten super expensive, so today I came to check out how much it really costs to live in the city.
Housing far away from the train is cheaper, so I took a motorcycle taxi to the station. That was 20 baht. Then I bought a one-way ticket to the city center, another 50 baht. The SkyTrain is privately owned and pricey. It has a fixed schedule and intense air conditioning. It is super packed in the mornings. Around 700,000 trips are made on it daily. I started with coffee on the street. The city is packed with coffee franchises, but cheap options are available.
30 baht for this coffee. It's not bad, actually. The average Thai salary worker, this is probably the coffee that they can budget for.
Outdoor coffee stands offer affordable on-the-go drinks, while corporate and indoor cafes are twice as expensive. Street food is priced similarly to the grocery stores and restaurants, which are sometimes even more expensive than in Europe. I took a bus to the fresh market instead. The hot fan bus costs 10 baht, and even though you sweat, it's a real thrill. The window seat offers maximum airflow. The bus didn't reach the market, so I took another 30 baht wind motorsai. Once there, I had vegetarian street food for 55 baht and a Sprite for 20 baht. The food was fresh, but the plate was small. 2 meals this size are necessary in a day. Here, fresh ingredients for cooking are cheaper, but prices have doubled in the last 5 years. Market renovations have increased rent, so fresh food is also more expensive. I took another 30 baht wind motorcycle ride to the 7-Eleven for 40 baht fruit and soda water, on sale for 49 baht. I spent 334 baht in one trip for lunch and iced coffee on the street. Minimum wage is 400 baht daily, which leaves me wondering, how will I pay rent or eat again, and how much longer can we survive this way?
All right, so I think when a lot of foreigners see that, they're going to think, oh, 400 baht, that's not a lot of money.
yeah, that's not a lot for them.
But what they forget is, as he mentioned, the minimum wage in Bangkok is around 400 baht per day, or 350 baht per day, something like that.
Yeah, stuff from that.
So it's all relative, right? And I feel like I've been complaining a lot on this show recently about the cost of different things. And it's not from a point of view of like, I'm complaining I can't afford it, but I just don't understand how the city can survive in such a way when Thai people can't afford it. So like he mentioned, he showed actually like a McDonald's, right? Now where I'm from, McDonald's is supposed to be like the cheap food. It's like the cheap food if there's nothing else. But in Thailand, a restaurant like McDonald's, it costs a lot of money. Like it costs I don't want to quote the wrong prices, but you know, it's like more than a lot of other sit-down restaurant options. And so I wonder, like, who are they targeting? Or is this supposed to be like a treat at the end of the week? Or what exactly is
Yeah.
the thing here? And I noticed a lot of businesses that have opened up over the last few years seem to be quite expensive and maybe less targeted at Thai people and more targeted at foreigners. So, like, as a Thai person, maybe I should ask you like this. Let's talk about let's get the basics down.
Yeah.
As a young Thai person graduating from university, what would you say the average salary is from someone that graduated from university and moved to Bangkok?
Probably if you're not really have like such a high skill, it could start from 15 to 20,000 baht for the salary.
Yeah, 15 to 20,000 baht.
Yes, but if you have a bit more of like, the skills, specific skills like editing or
Yeah.
like graphic or something like that, or languages skills, probably start with 25,000.
Okay, so we're talking roughly 500 US dollars to 800 US dollars a month.
Yes.
In that range.
With no experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In someone in this position, where does someone like this choose to live? What kind of place, and what do you think the rent is?
Most of the people that just graduated, mostly we live in an apartment, not the condo, and the area probably a bit far from maybe a bit far from Seoul, 30 minutes far away, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, and what
Apartment.
does a place like that cost?
Starting around 5,000,
Is that for one bedroom?
1 bedroom.
Okay, and is it common for like two people to share that one bedroom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I even not just only the people who just graduated, even like people who still studying, they also like mostly they share the rooms and they stay in an apartment. Yeah.
Yeah. So, when I'm out in Bangkok and sometimes I say like, oh, I noticed this food item went up 30 baht. It's not that the 30 baht is so much money by itself.
Yeah.
But when like a food item increases in price by 50%, that's a big difference, especially for someone on a, limited monthly salary.
Mm-hmm.
So in Matt's example, when he went for lunch, just going out for lunch and some fruit was like 400 baht. That's, that's a lot of money that's a whole day's wage for some people. That could be
Yeah.
half a day's wage for a lot of other people. So I really feel for that as I see the city getting more and more expensive.
That's true. But what I said, like 5,000, is actually not really 5,000. It's like starting. But normally, if you prefer not too small room, it normally start like 7,000 or 9,000 baht. And the salary that you get is like, 18, 20K. And then you spend almost like half of it just to pay for rent.
Yeah.
And like how much you have left for the food, or if you already saw this video, you can see like the transportation. Each day you probably spend like maybe at least 200 or 300 baht.
For transportation?
Transportation, yeah. Especially, okay, if someday there's raining, or if you're a chef, you work late, okay, the MRT closed, the BTS closed, and then you have to take the motorbike taxi, and how much it's
Yeah.
gonna cost you.
Well, you're actually talking about luxury travel for a lot of Thai people, because I think a lot of foreigners don't understand that the BTS
Yeah.
is quite expensive for the average Thai person.
Yes.
Like, let's say it's, depending on how far you go, it could be 40 baht one way.
Yeah.
So if you're going, to work and back and maybe somewhere else, that could be 80 baht, 100 baht, 160
Yeah.
baht.
If compared to you compare BTS and MRT a bit cheaper, but then some places that you work for maybe it's not really connect to the BTS or MRT, then you have to walk. But if you're in rush, then you need to take the motorbike taxi, which is for me like from my place to here is like 32 baht with MRT, right? But then just from the MRT Sukhumvit to M Sphere with the motorbike taxi, they take 40 baht.
Yeah.
When I'm in rush, normally I can just walk, but when I'm in rush, then I need to pay 40 baht, and we're just like very not that far
Yeah.
like that.
So when I was a young lad, one of my first jobs was I worked at a movie theater.
Yeah.
Scooping popcorn. And I made minimum wage, which at that time, where I was in the US, was $6.70 per hour. But it's all relative, right? And I remember thinking, I used to calculate all of my expenses just on how many hours I have to work to pay for it. So I would buy lunch, and my lunch would be like $7. And I think I have to work 1 hour just to pay for this lunch.
That's true.
And so I think about that a lot of times living in Bangkok with Thai people. Like when I see something, I think, how many hours does the average Thai have to work to be able to afford this? Whether it's a BTS or, street food or a restaurant or whatever, or motorbike taxi. So let me get to this article. So this article this particular one, a lot of outlets are covering it, is from VN Express. It says Bangkok ranked least affordable city for renters worldwide. And they measure affordability in a very specific way, which I'm going to get into. It says Bangkok has been named the world's least affordable city for renters when measured against household income, according to the Housing Affordability Review by German asset manager DWS, so some German company. A typical median household in the capital of Thailand allocates around 79% of their disposable income to rent a 2-bedroom apartment, said the report. So basically, let me translate that. They're saying this German company measured for families that are renting a 2-bedroom apartment, how much of their income do they have, how much of the median income level do you need to pay for a 2-bedroom apartment? So if, let's just say, I'll do some rough math. If the median household income was 100,000 baht a month, which it's not, but let's just say it is, then the average 2-bedroom apartment would cost 79,000 baht. Meaning if you wanted to rent a 2-bedroom apartment, you probably have to make a lot more than the average income in order to afford it. Because common financial advice is like, you shouldn't spend more than 30% of your income on your living situation. But here, if you want a 2-bedroom, you have to spend 80% of it. So luckily, you're not in a position where you actually have to rent a 2-bedroom apartment, but some people do if they have a family or, and sometimes if you have a family, both people can't work necessarily, or maybe there's kids that need to be taken care of. So especially if you have a family and you're on one income, I can see how this can be very, very difficult in this city. It did go on to say some interesting things. It said, the city's high rents can be attributed to low condo supply, which plunged to a 16-year low in the second quarter due to high interest rates and increasing construction costs. So I wasn't sure exactly what they were getting at about this, because I just yesterday saw another article about how there's so many vacant condos in Bangkok that the government is considering adjusting some laws or imposing some fines or something to motivate people to rent their units. So I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I know that the issue with high interest rates and construction costs have prevented people from buying apartments. So I'm not exactly sure what they're getting at here about the housing supply. And it said ranking second and third from the bottom is Mumbai and Mexico, both at 66%. In fourth place is Hong Kong, which Hong Kong is known to be extremely expensive in terms of living costs. In fact, Hong Kong, have you ever seen the cage apartments in Hong Kong? It's very, very sad. Because Hong Kong geographically is like locked in, because it's between the mountains and it's on the water, the city can't expand. So that's why housing and land is so expensive there. That's why there's so many skyscrapers, because they build up. And that's why the cost of housing there is so expensive. And if you are someone that doesn't make a lot of money, it's extremely difficult. They have these, I guess they call them like cage apartments. Basically, people rent like a pod, but it's a cage. It's like a cage you'd put a dog in, basically. And that's where people live. And it's very, very sad. I'll try to throw in some footage here so you can see it. I don't think Bangkok will have that problem, because Bangkok can always expand out. But it is kind of shocking to hear that Bangkok is even in the same conversation as a place like Hong Kong. And it goes on to say Salt Lake City in America is most affordable city in the world, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know if people will necessarily agree with everything this article says, but I think if you've been living here for a few years, you will have seen how fast inflation has happened in Bangkok in terms of cost of living, in terms of food and transportation. I'm not sure. That's always been actually pretty affordable. Like all things considered, when it comes to the buses, the taxis, like the taxi fares haven't gone up in a long time.
Yeah, but only the Grab and Bolt app. It has been like up a lot.
Right, but that's really a luxury. You know, people might not think about it that way.
No, you said luxury, but actually, it's like it's just something that most of the people they use it.
They do use it, but I'm old enough to remember a time when this didn't exist. And back then, the options were like taxi or, train, like a subway, or you walk. Believe it or not, we walked. I'm not saying in Bangkok, I'm saying in any city. Like there used to be no Grab, no Uber.
But right now, because of we cannot rent a very expensive condo, or we cannot even like cheap condo in this area. It's also not that cheap. So people live so far away. That's why we need to use the Grab or Bolt. And it has been gone out for normally from my place to here, it's just like 80 baht, something like that. And now it's like 120, 130, which is
I've
like
double.
Like I don't know, like okay, what how can I manage like with this kind of transportation fees? It's convenient, yes, but there's a lot to pay right now. And I don't think it's about the season as well. It's about maybe some new laws or something about like business going on. And then I think it should be something that we need to fix, especially like public transportation, the MRT and BTS. Like because when I went to Japan, I used the IC card, right? The card that you can use like anywhere, like just to use the train. And I think it's really affordable. It's really convenient. But like the MRT and BTS is something that's separate, right? And the price is
so if people don't know, the BTS is a private company.
Yeah.
It's not operated by the government. Is the MRT operated by the government? I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
I think it might be a government
but
organization.
It's something that like Thai people, we've been discussed about this, like why didn't they do something about this? Why they don't make it like same price for any station or any destination that you go?
Didn't you see the news? They announced that beginning, I think in December, they're going to have...
I think it's not true. But like, okay.
Well, hold on. Let me say what it is before you disagree.
Okay.
They announced, I believe, that they're going to have an all-day fare for Thai people.
50 baht, right?
I think it's 40 baht, and Thai people can ride unlimited all day, which for someone that commutes to work and maybe they have kids they're taking around or something, that's actually like a significant savings. The point I brought up at one of the last episodes, I think you weren't here when we filmed it, was that the government is subsidizing these fares, meaning the BTS is a private company. So the government is basically paying the difference for these costs. And I wonder how Thai people feel that don't live in Bangkok, like outside of Bangkok, feel about that, because Thai people in other provinces are paying taxes that are then going to pay for you earn to ride the BTS. So how do they feel about that? I'm sure the government looks at it like, well, the cost of living in Bangkok is so much and we want like our people to be productive. And so there's like different ways to look at it, but yeah, they can't just make it free because someone has to pay for it.
I mean, it's something that they need to have some project to expand it to other provinces as well. It's not only going to be in Bangkok, because like you can see like in Japan, it's not just like in Osaka, it's like Osaka, Kyoto, like to other cities. So it's something that maybe Thailand or government need to plan it and make a project that can expand.
You mean expand the train line?
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
But now the government, the people in other provinces are paying taxes so that you and your friends in Bangkok can ride the BTS.
It's something that you cannot build it up and make it like happen in one day. It's something like a project that you need to announce to other people.
Okay, but do you think it's fair that people in Chiang Mai or Isan, that some of their income is going to pay for people in Bangkok to ride the train?
I mean, it will be definitely fair if you don't have like the BTS or MRT in Chiang Mai, but if you have some project that help with the transportation there as well, then there's no problem, because some provinces, maybe the environment, the land, or some structure, they cannot really fit well with the BTS or MRT, but they can have some other kind of
So
transportation.
you're saying if there was like a different program in those areas that they could support?
Like, because like in my hometown in Ubon, they also try to have a better transportation in that provinces. Even it's not MRT or BTS, it's possible, but it's not necessary in my hometown.
What's the main way people get around in your hometown?
I don't know what it's called in English. It's called รถเมล์ รถสองแถว It's like in Chiang Mai, like the red car. You see that.
And that's like it's like a pickup truck, we call it.
Yeah, something
and
like
it's
that.
got the benches in the back.
But it goes all around
and
the
it just does a little,
provinces.
like kind of like in Pattaya,
yeah,
right?
ours is like 10 baht.
Yeah, so actually it's the same.
When I was 15 years old, it's like 10, 20 bahts. Depends.
It's the same in Pattaya, and first time I saw it, I thought it was a very interesting concept. It's like a pickup truck with benches in the back, and it just drives on the same loop all day.
Same loop.
And you get on and you can get off anywhere, and it's just 10 baht.
10 baht. Yeah. That's what I use.
That seems like, I mean, in Pattaya, that seems so cheap. I don't know. I mean, up in the provinces is different, obviously. But, okay. But other than that, do many people have cars in your hometown or no?
Yeah.
They do?
They do. The car, the motorbike.
Okay. But if they don't have a car or a motorbike, they have
can
to rely on this.
Rely on that.
What about like Grab, taxi or something? Does that exist?
Yeah,
or
we
no?
do. We do have Grab. Yes, and Bolt. Yeah, they're just starting. But in Bangkok, we have it more than them. Like the driver there is not so many. It depends. Like in my hometown, it's starting to have something like that more, but it takes time, because most of the things that very convenient, that give you a convenient life, mostly they start in Bangkok first, and then if they see that it works, then they expand it to other provinces.
Yeah. So anyway, when I saw this article come up, I really felt for Thai people, because a lot of Thai people come from other places in Thailand to work in Bangkok and then send a lot of money home to support their family. So it's not even like they're just supporting themselves. And from talking to some people, I think a lot of times the families up in the provinces don't really understand how expensive it is to live in Bangkok as a young Thai person.
True.
Because if you travel in rural places in Thailand, it's completely different as far as the cost of living and what life is like. Here, it seems like everything costs,
Yeah.
even like street food prices
Every
have gone up.
step that you or everywhere that you step out in Bangkok, you pay, pay.
Like, okay, before we started filming,
Okay.
what did you order? What food?
กะเพราเนื้อ the
Okay.
holy basil
With
fry
beef.
with beef. Yeah.
And if you got that in your hometown,
Yes.
how much would that cost?
40 baht?
40 baht. Do you know how much it costs just now?
Over 100 something?
150 baht.
Yes.
Okay? So that's almost 4 times as much. So,
But if you order through Grab, it's the same.
oh, in your hometown?
Yeah, like if I order through Grab, it's almost the same. It's maybe a little bit cheaper, but it's like, because of the delivery.
Yeah, that is true.
Fees. But if you compare to like, okay, the gapao นื้อ, the holy basils that serve in the street food is
you're
definitely
right.
cheaper.
It's hard, I think, for these cheap street food places to serve through apps like Grab, because they have to pay so much to the app, right? They make nothing. So they have to increase the price a lot to cover it. Like I used to have, like, one of my favorite places to eat, I think I brought you there, was the garlic chicken lady place at the mall.
Yes.
And at her stand, it was like 55 or 60 baht. I think it was 55 baht, right? 55 baht. Amazing lunch, right? But if you ordered it on Grab, it was like
Through delivery,
it was like
yeah.
180 baht.
That's
know?
right.
So I understand why they have to do that. But even still, I've noticed that the price of food on the street has gone up. Like there's a street food place near BTS Thang Lo, and I've been going there since I arrived in Thailand in 2019. And it is way more expensive. It's almost double the price now. And that's just like you walk up to the cart and they make the food or whatever. And what I also noticed is there used to be a ton of those street food carts in there, like maybe 20. And now there's like 4, like 3 or 4. And I wonder why. It started to change during COVID. And obviously during COVID, a lot of people left. There wasn't, I understand that. But after I thought, oh, there's so many people back in Thailand now. But the street carts never came back. And I think the reason is 2 things. I think one, that the rent is a lot higher now to rent a spot. I've been told this by a lot of people that are in the food and beverage industry, that rent in Bangkok is extremely expensive for like food places. And 2, I think everyone just orders on Grab now. Like when I first got to Thailand, I didn't even know what you could order food like this. I don't even know if it existed in January 2019, but I know for sure the first time I ordered food on an app was November 2019. Because I remember the exact time someone told me about it. So yeah, back then you had to like go out to the street to get food.
Yeah.
And it was good and bad. It was good because it was a lot cheaper. And also maybe it was good because those vendors kept 100% of the money. They didn't have to split it with somebody. But times change. Hey guys, I wanted to let you know that we have started a brand new One Night in Bangkok community group hosted on the school platform. If you're coming to Bangkok soon, if you're traveling here, if you're thinking about moving here and you want to get the most out of your Bangkok experience, if you want some tips on how to get set up here, or if you just want to know the best places to go out, join the group down below. You can talk to Ern and I directly there. You can meet like-minded subscribers. And in the coming months, I'm going to be putting out a lot of guides and helpful info to help you guys get out there and have a great time in Bangkok. So join us down at the link below. It's totally free and we'll see you there. Now let's get back to the episode. I mentioned this, I think maybe on a live stream recently, but I recently got a slice of pizza at a New York style pizza place in Bangkok. And I was really surprised at what the price is now. Because in November 2019, that was my first ever like food delivery in Bangkok. I was with this girl, it was late at night, and I was complaining I'm hungry. And this girl's like, oh, just order on Food Panda. And I'm like, what's Food Panda? And she explained to me like, oh, you can just order on the app. She showed me. And I was shocked to find out I could order 1 slice of pizza to my door at 1 a.m. and it cost 115 baht delivered. 1 slice of pizza delivered 115 baht. I was shocked, right? Because in America, for one, you can't order 1 slice of pizza. You have to order an entire pizza. And then it's going to cost a lot more to have it delivered and whatever. So that's why I remember. So now, when I went to the restaurant, the same slice of cheese pizza is 149 baht. And the reason that stood out to me is because I know that a slice of pizza in New York City, one of the most expensive cities in the world, is going to be less than that. So I asked myself, why does a slice of cheese pizza in Bangkok cost more than New York City? That doesn't make any sense to me.
You mean the price with the delivery?
No, I mean, even if you go to the shop, okay, you walk up to the shop here, you walk up to the shop in New York is going to be cheaper in a lot of cases. Obviously not in every case. So I asked myself, like, why is this happening? Because I noticed this kind of thing a lot. I also gave an example recently about my favorite bagel shop. Bagel, something I'm very familiar with bagels. Bagels are like my favorite food back in America. Not healthy for you, but like my favorite food. And here, they weren't cheap before. A bagel and cream cheese was like 120 baht, which is on par with what it would cost in America. Okay, but the quality of the food here was very good. It's like finding good foreign food in Bangkok is sometimes difficult, but it was very good. But they increased the price for 1 bagel and cream cheese to like 190 baht, a price that makes no sense on any planet, right? I mean, that's more than it would be in New York City and Boston, where there's the best bagels, right? So I wonder, like, why is that? And I'll give you one more example. There's a place I go to that Ern knows where this is, because maybe we were there today, Ern, the place we were at today.
All right.
Where if you get sweet potato fries, like French fries, sweet potato fries, it costs, after like the service charge and tax or whatever, one order of sweet potato fries costs about 280 baht, which is insane for French fries.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I understand the place we were going is not like the average place for Thai people. It's like quite expensive and stuff. But I've never seen like $9 French fries in my entire life. Okay. Never mind in Thailand. So when I see this stuff, it sticks out to me and I wonder, why is this happening? Is it sustainable? Who's really the target customer here? And will this trend keep going, or is there going to be like a correction? And I think for a lot of places in Bangkok, we're starting to see a correction. I think I've seen a lot of places actually in the last 6 months close, especially during the rainy season. So yeah, sorry for my long rant, but these are just some of the things I've been noticing.
Yeah.
But for you, like, you actually haven't been living in Bangkok that long, right? How long?
Yeah, but I mean, I started to live in Bangkok like when the COVID started.
Yeah.
I guess. And I don't know, the price, I think it's also related to delivery thing as well, because actually Grab, I think it started before COVID, but people are not really familiar with this. People are not really using it. But when it comes to like the COVID time, people use it a lot. And the things that we feel like, this is pricey, but then it's like, because of that COVID time, people just change their habit. It's make us used to with this price, like, oh, okay, now we are okay to pay for that. We pay for our laziness. We are paying for, okay, they go pick up food for us. So some people think that it's pricey, but most of us also think that, okay, we are paying for someone to do something to pick up the food for us. So that's making us to feeling like used to with that. Like the price is a little bit high, but it's still okay.
Well,
So now I think when we used to with that price, so maybe the food stall or maybe the restaurant inside the mall or even on the street, they feel like they can make the price go a bit more, because like people
that's a good point.
people used to with that price already. People don't feel like it's too much.
really,
already.
because if it just cost 150 baht for your gapao, that's more than half the daily minimum wage.
But what I do, it depends who. For foreigners, they maybe don't mind about this price, like 150, how much it's gonna cost in dollars. But for Thai people, maybe what we do is just like we order many items in the same order. Like, okay, maybe we order like 3 or 4 things and then we can eat it for a whole day,
you save it?
Like, yeah.
Interesting. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, like
Is it that much cheaper?
It's feel like it's worth the delivery fees. Like, you can order.
But a lot of times the delivery fee isn't even that much. It's like 10
it's
baht.
like 10, 20 baht. So we can just like, why not we just order like
Why
3
not
or 4?
walk outside and get 3 or 4 orders?
Well, we pay for our laziness. Like we don't want to get out. Like
So-
we want a convenient life. So that's how we do.
I remember the first night I moved to Bangkok, I really wanted a cheeseburger. I think it's something about being on the plane for 24 hours. I just wanted a cheeseburger. So I walked from my condo in Thang Lo to the malls near Prampang. And I went in and they had like an outside restaurant food thing. And I ordered a cheeseburger and a French fries and a water. And I was shocked when the bill came that it was almost 500 baht. And I was thinking like, how is that possible in Thailand? Because this mall is right, and this area was less developed then, like 7 years ago. But this mall was next to, at the time, what I would think of as slums. Now, they're not really slums, and I wouldn't necessarily use that word, but, lower income housing. And I was thinking, how can they sell a cheeseburger for more than it would be in America.
But it's inside the mall.
And it's in Thailand next to like these low income housing. It didn't make any sense to me at the time. Now I understand it more. Now the way I see it is the wealth inequality gap here is massive. Like it's a huge gap. Like compared to America, everybody in America to me is almost in the same bucket. Like roughly speaking, you know, there's a few outliers, but generally speaking, everybody is in the same, as much as a lot of people like to complain, the poorest people in America would be considered they would be considered wealthy compared to, you know, the poor people in Thailand. But the gap here is huge because in 1 kilometer or a half a kilometer, I can go from, you know, the apartments where 4 people in one room,
Yes.
paying like 1,000 baht each. And then like right next door, there's a parking lot with 3 Ferraris in it.
Yes.
And that's I've gotten used to it now, but I used to think that is so strange that you put these two things together. So I don't know how you fix that. I'm not, you know, saying I know the answers, but I am noticing that the city is getting a lot more expensive. And I wonder, is it because of an influx of foreigners? Is it because of more international businesses coming here? Like, what is really the reason for that? I don't know.
As for me, I think it's because of like because you can see like in one area you can see like rich people and poor people in the same area, like, and that's because maybe they targeted more on foreigners to maybe pay for the condo, that thing. But for Thai people, maybe just like the apartment, it's enough. So I mean, they don't really care that if the condo they just built it is too expensive or not, because their target is not Thai people. And I think they maybe believe or they knew that there will be like a lot of foreigners keep coming in Bangkok. So they don't think that they're not going to get any customers. So that's probably this thing. Yeah.
Okay, I got another article I wanted to share. Bangkok named the world's best city for Gen Z in 2025. The Thai capital topped Time Out's first ever global ranking for best cities for the next generation, thanks to unbeatable combination of happiness, affordability, and community. So I think this is talking more about like cultural elements and like lifestyle more than anything. And I don't know if this is actually talking about like Gen Z in Thai people or like foreigners or what. But I thought this was an interesting article. I'm going to link these all below. Yeah, I mean, Bangkok is an amazing city in a lot of ways. It offers so much for so many different kinds of people. And I think that's why it's become a huge hub here in Southeast Asia for people from all over the world, like people from Europe, people from the Middle East, people from North America. They're all coming to Bangkok specifically. And you don't see that in a lot of, I don't see that in necessarily like, I don't know. I guess I was going to say Ho Chi Minh City to a much lesser extent. So it's a very unique place here in Thailand, Bangkok. Thailand is a beautiful country, like in a lot of ways, but the city has a lot of unique qualities that you don't even see other places in Thailand. And I think if you've never been to this place, you would never know it. So I think as more people discover Thailand and more foreigners come to Bangkok, unfortunately, I think it's only going to drive the price up because, you know, so it's supply and demand. It's just how a free market works. But if there's some kind of correction, like maybe foreigners are deciding to go to Vietnam more because they think it's a better deal, they get more value for their money, that's going to cause a big ripple effect with places that were set up to sell to these foreigners closing. I think a lot of places that are opening now can't survive on only the local population. They need that outside foreign money. So what happens if that foreign money
I think
dries
they
up?
need a lot of outside money.
Yeah.
Not from Thai people for sure. Like for some Thai people, yes, but most of Thai people with this average salary, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let us know what you guys think. Do you think that Bangkok has become way less affordable in the last few years. I mean, whenever I go to Starbucks, I know people laugh Starbucks, but like Starbucks here is crazy expensive. And when I see like, you know, a young Thai person, I'll talk to a young Thai person and maybe they tell me what their job is. And I'm thinking like, wow, that's a really expensive drink for you. Because it's, you know, it's not about the 150 baht. It's about what the cost is relative to your salary, you know? So let me know what you guys think. I'm sure you have a lot of like anecdotes from maybe going to the bar or going to different places around the city and like what it used to cost versus what it costs now. I like hearing about that. So drop them in the comments below. Let us know if you're coming to Bangkok this year, what you plan on doing. You're going to travel, you're going to stay in Bangkok, or maybe you're going to go to Vietnam this year. Let us know down below. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.